Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo, and I am here on a happy Tuesday afternoon, or at least a chilled out Tuesday afternoon, to read some JoJo's. It's the manga reading for the JoJo's. We're about had 1/3 of the way through Volume 5, Savage Garden Strategy, Head for the Courtyard. We just finished off the Mirashan arc with a wonderful aura with the baseball and the string, and it's just wonderful. And we move on to a dope as fuck line from Jolene. I will get my father's disc out of this prison and return it safely to him. I don't know for what reason White Snake has it, but I'll retrieve the other one as well. And Mirashan hits back with a fantastic line. Guga! Nice. Cool. That's where we left off. Mirashan is out, and now we are going to have to get to the courtyard. And I'm excited. Finally, the title of the volume comes into play. We are getting kind of close to the end. I don't know if we'll do all the way to what we've seen in the manga, in the anime, today, or if we'll split it into two. It'll depend. We do have like this whole thing, and then I think it's most of the next volume as well. So we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, we shall see. Before we get hardcore into it, if you appreciate this content or enjoy it, you can check out a bunch of links in the description and support me in a bunch of ways, and that's super helpful. I'm also going to pop the top. Sounded like a devil. That was horrifying. It's because it's nitroified. This is coffee. I know. I don't have anything against coffee. I just prefer tea. Most of the time, but sometimes I want coffee. And I was at the store yesterday and I saw this and I was like, I'm going to want that sometime this week. And the time is today. That's not bad. I've had their just straight black coffee cold brew, and it's good, but I'm not a huge fan of black coffee. This is a little bit sweeter. It's got a little bit of sugar in it. And oat milk, of course. Neither a fan nor not a fan. Of oat milk in particular. I am a fan of this. This is tasty. Okay. Part of the reason that I'm drinking some coffee is because I'll just straight level with you. I got some CBD gummies, and I've had CBD gummies for a while, and I use them pretty frequently. I find them really helpful. But I got them from a different brand this time, and it turns out they're not fully CBD. They're a little bit of both, and I feel that 100%. So I still want to record, and it's not going to affect me too much, but I want a little bit of caffeine too. All right, so what is this? I see. When someone works out in the fields or does some form of labor, it's meager, but she gets a small amount of pay. One can spend that money on soap, shampoo, towels, everyday items at this shop. Sports newspaper and goods, shampoo $7.85. Whoa. Diet gum 85 cents. Hair dye, mineral water, cool makeup, TV guide. All right. Well, fuck this little convenience shop. But for some reason, for some odd reason, it's also possible to buy a Rolex watch or a Vuitton bag. Louis Vuitton. Yeah, Vuitton. I always get that mixed up because for the longest time in my childhood, I had never heard anyone say the words Louis Vuitton. I'd only seen them written, so I always thought of it as Louis Vuitton. At least it wasn't Louis Vuitton. You know, I could have really fucked it up. This is one of the 7 wonders of this prison. I feel like that's been said again. What other 7 wonders have there been? Because I've fully forgotten. All right. Operation Savage Garden. Get to the courtyard. Nice. Move. I'm gonna make the next phone call. Eh? Have you lost it or something? You wanna be bagged and thrown rip? If you sit in a chair, you won't get tired. Have a complimentary Diet Coke. You can come again anytime. Wow. Figuring out how things work in the hierarchy of the prison, huh? This is the Dallas, Texas Speedwagon Foundation headquarters. Unfortunately, we do not collect calls from this phone connection. I looked up this number in the phone book. It's the only one I have. And I'll also tell you that I'm a prisoner of Green Dolphin Street Prison in Florida. My name is Jolene Cujo. Put someone on the phone who knows what all of this means, please. Please wait a moment. Dun 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 dun. We've switched phones. Are you, by chance, Professor Cujo Jotaro's daughter? And you? I'm just a representative of the Foundation. And I'm not a stand user. Oh, but you do know about stands. I've been filled in as well. The Speedwagon Foundation is a demilitarized research center that specializes in biomedics. But have you heard news concerning the disc? What a complicated conversation. So hard to figure that one out because half of it's on the phone. I actually don't know who's speaking like half the time because it's coming from the phone that's in her hand, which is right next to her mouth. So if you point at it, Araki, it's like, it's both. It's really, really confusing. Okay. After we, I guess it's always going to have those little lines around it to indicate that it's phone sounds. All right, fair enough. After we retrieved Professor Jotaro Kujo's body from the UUV, we have moved it somewhere, not here in Dallas. Why do you have to phrase it like that? And we are now currently protecting it in a safe area. But because he knows there's somebody else listening in on the phone, of course. This is unfortunate, but technically speaking, we have found no signs of life. And he's in a vat. He's in a Bacta tank. Are you willing to believe me if I said that we could revive him? I am just a common scientist. I retrieved a disc, one of them. He'll come back to life. All I know is that my father will come back once we give this back to him. And somehow I need to give this to the Foundation, but I have no idea how. I want you guys to figure out how I can get this disc outside of this prison right now. I don't have time. I'm running against the clock. I can't hide the disc safely anywhere. I'm in a dangerous position. Is there a possibility that this conversation is being wiretapped? Yes, probably so, but I've already anticipated that. In any case, if I take action, then whoever's been waiting for me to do so will start moving too. I was expecting do something, and it just muddled my brain that it said do so. We'll start moving too. There is a way, right? But just to tell you, my visiting rights are revoked. I understand. If you insist, then how about the courtyard? Can you come out to the courtyard? The courtyard? The courtyard between the women's ward and the men's ward? That's the one. Please be there in 20 minutes. If you can do this, we can do something as well. 20 minutes? In 20 minutes? As in 20 minutes from now? This is urgent, right? And if we do this quickly, they might not have the time to listen to this conversation. If you tell us to retrieve the disc, we will do so with all of our power. We'll believe your claim that he will come back to life. However, we are unable to help you escape or even protect your life. If any such threats occur, knowing that, do you still have the determination to come to the courtyard? Oh, I feel a pose coming. I feel a pose. Oh, not even. Just a dope eyes. Ooh, I like that one. You know, I took the piece with like the fire in Jolene's eyes for my intro thing that I did at the beginning of the videos. It's good to have another one because having more cool Jolene eyes in corner looking at stuff, super sick. I understand. I'll go. So the plan is that is probably something we shouldn't discuss on the phone. But look for Savage Garden. You'll know once you get there. We can call this Operation Savage Garden. Savage Garden? Is that a thing or a person? In the courtyard, Jolene. It's near the factory. You need permission to pass. Doof doof. Doof doof. Ooh, what's that? Oh my god. Oh. Whoa. Dude. Bruh. No. Off of the ass. Get off the ass. Hop off of it. No. You need to ask for consent before you teleport into my pants. Fuck off, dude. It's also the place where the security is the lightest because the courtyard doesn't lead anywhere. Oh yeah, because it's in between the prisons. That makes sense. Exactly, dude. Over here, Jolene. Here. Nutty? I can't believe it. Making a plan to deliver this disc on the phone. How did he hear it? Before your 20 minutes are up, Whitesnake is definitely going to find out about this. Huh? Hi. Hello. Hi. Menace. Oh, Emporio has such sad eyes. If you heard the story, please, Emporio, you have to tell me a shortcut to get to the courtyard. Don't misunderstand me, Jolene. I told you before, there are no shortcuts in this prison. I've been using these ghost tools so I can get around the halls without being caught. But I understand that we have to do this. As long as you have the disc, you're going to be targeted, and that makes the possibilities of your father's recovery more difficult. And he pulls out the map. Oh, motherfucker. Woo! Here's a map of the prison. Okay, so courtyard is there. There's the corridor. There's the factory. Parking lot is there. And she's in the women's side of the prison, but the courtyard's just here. Oh, but she has to go. She has to get to the inlet around the factory because there's no doorway over here. Whoa. Okay, here the music room that we're in is here. Boom. except it's between things, it's non-existent. The courtyard, like the medical center, can be accessed by anyone as long as they have permission. That's next to the factory. And the medical center is too. As long as you have some cash, you can probably get to the factory entrance, but after this point, you'll need permission, or you're going to need some heavy-duty prison break skills to force your way through security. Using force, I guess I'll have to get used to it. Bruh, you're so used to it. I thought you'd say that. Well, I was talking to Weather Report here, and says that he wants to go too. That's why he's here. Huh? Huh? You should go with him. He'll help you out. His name is Weather Report. Such a weird stilted intro. I love the way that they did this in the anime, and I think they really nailed how weird and stilted it is. That's awesome. Just to tell you, I love the little lines in the background here. So sick. Just to tell you, Weather Report isn't a ghost. He acts like one, but he's human. The reason he doesn't talk much is because he lost his memories. He has no recollection of his childhood or why he was placed in prison. He's a prisoner sentenced to 6 years. Doesn't somebody have it on the book? Like on a book somewhere that what he did and why he's in prison? I don't know. He has a habit of walking on his toes, and even though he likes to read TV guides, he never watches television. When he talks, he doesn't open his mouth much, so he has a tendency to talk really close to your face. His breath gets a little steamy. Bro, why are you hyping this guy up so much? It's so weird. He doesn't have any memories. Maybe it was stolen by Whitesnake. He says that he wants to know who he really is, and he also wants to know why your father's memory disk was stolen from him. He's a perfect ally. Hello, have a perfect ally. He walks on his toes. Why does he walk on his toes? I don't mean why does Weather Report as a human being like walking on his toes. I mean, Araki, as a character writer, why did you make this character want to do this? It's so weird. It's so random. You ever tried walking around on your toes all the time? Like, there's a reason that ballet dancers have foot problems. It's not fun. He told me to tell you that his stand wasn't developed from discs. He's a born stand user. His ability is... Ooh, another eyes. Nice. The ability to control the weather. His stand name is also Weather Report. Creative. And we're going to get some piano playing. Woof. Ding 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 ding. Ding 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 ding. Ping ping pong pong ping. And then Julian shock face. And then he gets real close for that steamy breath. Pretend that you didn't notice. Nani? Nani? Immediately she looks in that direction. Surprised by the sound, someone just looked in. Now we have confirmation that you were indeed being traced, and also of the enemy's face. No. Go. No. Alright, so 2 things we gotta talk about here. I mean, I've already talked about this, but what does this mean? Emporio, could you explain what you mean by ability to control the weather? Because immediately it makes me think of a spell from D&D, and I'm sorry for always bringing up D&D, but it's part of the way I view things. I can't help it. The spell is called Control Weather. It takes 10 minutes to cast. It's an 8th level spell, which is the second highest level of spells. You don't get these until you're a 17th out of 20 level character. Yeah. It has a 5-mile radius, and you control the weather within 5 miles of you. You can just do whatever you want. Change the weather conditions to whatever you want. And you can't even do like little stuff like move pens around or anything like that. You just do it. And that's an 8th level spell. And it's deservedly so. I mean, it's a weird spell, but when you need it, you need it. So what the fuck is Weather's like actual limit? Does he have a limit? I don't know. The second thing that I want to talk about is Mr. Flash, Mr. Jumpin' Jack. Why did you build your helmet face with things that cover the center of your eyes? Cause like, just do me a favor and just put like your pinkies maybe over the centers of your eyes and see you can see okay in like the peripherals, and when you're like looking to the side, yeah, I can see pretty well. But I cannot focus on whatever's directly in front of me no matter what I do. No matter what I do. My eyes do not it's not possible. I cannot see myself. I cannot see the camera right now. Why? Rocky, why did you give this cursed man gecko fingers and bad vision? This is a really cool progression, though, where we go from the reflection, the shimmer of a reflection, the full reflection, the up-close full reflection. And then the next page, we start to understand the person. Oh, I keep doing something. We start to understand the person. It's like the shape and the flow of the angles that Araki has created in the tops of the... It's so cool. It draws me through it and then brings me in with like darkness and different shadings. It's ugh. And then we go to here, and of course to the next page where he's looking the same direction, but suddenly we've got like a perspective on the whole thing, and it's all angular and it's so good. And we are immediately going. We're gone. Shit, I didn't know that he'd already come this close, but we have to beat him now. If that guy's a stand user, if we don't get him now, who knows what will happen. No, Jolene, right? Oh, that's Emporio. No, Jolene, right now, we should hide from him. That guy probably doesn't know that you're headed for the courtyard now. He didn't hear what you said over the phone. That's why he was going to try to eavesdrop on us right now. If he already knew, all he would have to do is wait for us in the courtyard. That's why he's chasing after us now. Why? Why? It's so weird. Like, the progression from he's crawling on the floor to he has shoes on his feet, but he's not even using they're wrapped around his ankles instead of actually using them, to nope, he's basically running on his hands instead because he prefers that. And then the progression to what the fuck is he spitting? What? What the hell is that guy? Hard good question. What? If we turn that corner, there's a door. Once you turn, go there before he sees you. You can't let him see you. I like to think that he makes fucking screechy noises. Oh, so creepy. All right, how does nobody see this guy? Right? Like, there are weird-looking people in this prison, but this dude has fucking furry epaulets and, like, a nude suit, a donk. Like, for real. He's wearing an outside thong that seems to be gem encrusted, and he's got this whole face thing. This cannot be, this has to be against code of like, what you're allowed to dress as in the prison. Insane. All right, so he just zooms in a direction using his feet this time. I knew it. He still doesn't know where you're going to go now. But what the hell was that just now? He ran really strangely. We were able to hide here because he was slow, but... You should head for the courtyard before he comes back here again. Your phone call from before definitely has been recorded, but I don't think Whitesnake has had a chance to listen to it yet. I know it's easier said than done, but the faster you get in there, the less danger you'll be in. That's why you should go as quickly as possible. Okay, one sec. I'm going to take my socks off. 'Cause it's hot in here. It's getting hot in here, so hot. So take off, your socks. Just socks. You don't need them. All right. Weather report says that since he's a guy, if he tells the guards that he needs to return to the men's ward, he can get to the factory entrance no problem before you. So I need to do some bribing to get through that, right? You think $50 would cut it? You can tell them that you need your boots repaired at the factory. But as I said earlier, after the factory, to get to the courtyard, you need to force your way in. The security's light, but they'll shoot at you if they find you and add another 5 years to your sentence. Do you have a plan? I have none. No, I have no idea. None at all. Amazing. But I have to go. 5 years to my sentence doesn't make a difference to me anyway. Thanks, Emporio. I have to stay here, but I want him to come back. Your father, if he comes back, I think I'll be able to have more hope. All right, so now we go and we find the guard. Ah, shit, this damn Pepsi. You there, you just touched this, didn't you? Did you touch it or shake it or something? Go get me a new one, god damn it. No, of course not. The only thing I touched was this saucer. Bribe. Take the bribe. Yeah, my shoe has a hole in it right there. Can you see it? I thought I could get it fixed at the factory. It's expensive to buy a new one. As she gives him $50. Damn, I spilled my Pepsi. Now, where did I put those towels? Puts the money in the pocket. Woof. Towels. What? Huh? When you said you wanted me to buy you another Pepsi, did you really mean it? But it doesn't cost $50 to get one. This cash. Huh? And I need to pour it in a cup? Don't you think you could, do that by yourself? Huh? Huh? Fizz, 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 fizz. What? This? What the fuck? Ah, here it is, the towel. You can go, but you gotta come back here after 20 minutes. What? Gone already? Huh? Where's my cup and saucer? What is this? It can't be! As she's just weirdly floating. Such a confusingly weird ability, I think. I don't know if I love this ability. The saucer is floating up in the air. The cup in my shoe, too. And the Pepsi isn't splashing everywhere. It turned into a ball of liquid, and it's floating. The guard didn't give me the $50 back so I could get him a new Pepsi. The cash floated from his pocket and drifted here. Everything that I touch, they're beginning to float, myself included. But when did this happen? Since that guy with the weird run started chasing me, he spit at me. Is that why? Yep. Ha! Oh, the disc is floating. Whoa, hips! What the fuck? I don't even understand what physical features you're drawing here, Araki, but okay. Yeah, man, for sure. The disc! No! Shit, because I flipped over, it came out of my jacket. Oh, more eyes! Look at these. There've been so many. I think he's just really enjoying drawing Jolene's eyes that way. I don't know. Stored free. Oh. What? The string, I can't control it. I'm not just floating, I'm drifting as well. There's no sense of up or down around me, and anything I touch, I'm losing gravitational force. This is a zero-gravity environment. Oh, returning. Oh, wait, that's the guy around the corner. I thought it was squiggly because that's his voice. It's just the guard. Returning to the men's ward. Sure, you can pass. Ha! Pling! What the fuck? Oh, he's going for the disc. Okay. This guy. The disc in a weightless zone. What the hell? He's going straight for it like some sort of rocket. Why does he have little targets, little circles on his feet? I don't understand. Maybe they're more sticky goopers. So weird. Oh, we do have his charge. Attempted murder. Has no memory, we assume, because White Snake stole his memory disk. He is trying to get it back again. A naturally born stand user. There are many mysteries surrounding his past. Yeah, more than a couple. More than a few. He's going to get the disc. No way. This kind of enemy. This is bad. The string. Maybe I can't keep my balance because I'm putting too much force into it. I have to propel it more carefully, like a rocket in a straight line. Boom. What? Glance. Oh, he just sticky gooped it, huh? Or did he just blow? He just blew on it, huh? Wow, that's cool. So again, this is Araki drawing like manipulation of air. Oh, wait, okay, before we even talk about that. Again, the hips, dude. What the fuck? These are like some Josuke hips. I'm being facetious, but what Araki suddenly drawing Jolene as if she's like 2037, right? Like hip to waist ratio on insanity levels. What? Okay, and he got the disc. Fuck, and he's what the hell? I don't know why he does that. Is it just to show us that the disc is rubbery? I don't understand. But he finally says, shit, in my pocket. No, it doesn't fit. I don't know what to make him sound like. Froggy? In my pocket. No, not that. I can't split it in half. That's gonna hurt my voice, actually. It just comes back together. Like rubber. This disc. I can't destroy it. That's why Whitesnake told me to retrieve it, I guess. I'm gonna just do him as though he has no sense of how the lines are supposed to go together. Pull. What? Wait, damn it! Where the hell are you going? Wait a damn second, asshole! He took it so easily. What would happen if I can't get the disc back? It would be kept hidden in the depths of the men's ward. Would his body last? How long is my father's body going to last? He would be finished for sure by Whitesnake. Gone. Forever. Huh? What? Fwing! Weather report. Oh, doing the string thing through the thing. I love how they did this in the anime. It's harder to track here, but I do love the idea of the text on the strings going through. It's so cool. Don't go any farther. Can you hear me? Weather report. Please be close by. I'm being attacked by the enemy. He stole the disc. If we let him go, everything will end here. Everything will end here. Everything will end here. Do not let him go. No, my voice won't reach him. On his fucking tippy toes. Let's go, Weather. What a weird fucking stance. Rocky. What? I mean, I love it. It's got momentum to it, but it's so weird. It's so weird. I think Weather is the weirdest sidekick character. I cannot think of anybody stranger than that, right? I guess Mista and the squad are pretty strange, but this is next level. Doo-doo. And he notices, because of course he does. Weather's fucking tip-tap, 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 tip-tap toward him. Okay. Sprinting and sprinting. Get all our angles in. Show our whole scene. Shh, what unwanted company. Jolene Cujo is already set to be finished off by me. I thought that the only one I was going to have to kill today was her. What? Oh, right, the weird gauntlet things. Forgot about that completely. Jumpin' Jack Flash. Weather report. His ability can move gravitational forces. It's hard to figure out how to move or attack in a gravity-free environment, and don't touch whatever he launches at you. You'll become weightless as well. Zero gravity. You're probably a stand user yourself, so let's see if you can figure it out, what that feels like. Iraqi clouds, dude. Dude. Iraqi clouds. Dude, that's so sick. Oh my god. And then the way all these lines through are piercing through. I don't even. Oh, that's so sick. Choo 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 choo. Huh? What you just threw. Oh, what you just threw. Looks like pieces of junk. Weather report. I heard that guy has the ability to control the weather. Everything else is a mystery. But I'm guessing those cloud-like things are atmospheric layers, and that he used air resistance to deflect the enemy's attack. And that spinning thing on the enemy's arm uses centrifugal force. Wait. It has unlimited spinning force. Since he doesn't need to shift or move his weight when he's in a weightless environment, using centrifugal force becomes a precise and powerful way to defeat someone. Kind of interesting. Interesting. Jumpin' Jack Flash was all report. So cool. Spinny fists versus steamy fists. And it goes straight through. And he catches on fire? Ah, yes. These flames. It must be from friction, from air resistance. Shit! The flames are spreading up my body. Release zero gravity. Oh, shit. Bunch of stuff falling. Clang, clong. Phew. It's over. Hull 7B. There is a disruption. The sirens have been activated. Hull 7B. Please investigate the cause. Hull 7B. The sirens have been activated.
Shit, from the impact. Damn, they're going to close these halls just when I got the disc, too.
Tends to think about things logically before he acts. The reason he wears such clothing is in preparation for when he is in zero gravity. Sure. His fingertips on both his hands and feet are transformed into suctions so that he can hold onto walls. All right, no. Again, you don't need anti-vision in order to be in zero gravity. And why do you have your fucking shoes? Oh, so that he can use his little toe suckies. Then why do you have shoes? All right, because Araki wanted him to be stylish. God damn it. I've answered all my own questions. God damn it. Rangla. Okay. Hall 7B. The emergency alarm has been activated. They're closing the halls. What should I do? This is going to make getting to the courtyard even more difficult, but it can't be helped. The enemy who has the disc will be trapped too. He can't escape either, which means that this is my chance to retrieve the disc. After that, I can get out of here. Security. Identifications. Go identify them. I don't know what sound effect to use for this. Patoing? Patoing. Patoing! Dude, this is an insane full panel. It's taking me a second to actually pull it all in to understand it. He blasts himself off of that, kicks himself in this direction. This whipping arc of smoke behind Lang Wrangler is amazing. And of course, just the weird perspective on everything and how small weather is and how many features and elements are in the frame. Jolene framing the right corner, which sort of like leads into and holds onto the angle of the punch up here. And then this thing is the main line, offset or like juxtaposed with the sharp straight line that cuts the whole frame, but it's also like bordering the two. Kind of in a weird way. This is weird, but like, you know, when you see the golden spiral, there are the boxes around it that show how the proportions are. You'll always see those boxes around the golden spiral, and then you see the spiral through it. That's how I feel about these harsh lines, these box lines of the actual frames, and same with like the boxiness of the text. And then this squiggle of purple, and then this big squiggle of white. Are the golden spiral portion, the like looping arc that is the whole thing. It's so fucking crazy. Araki sees art in such a different way than literally any other artist that I'm aware of. Nobody draws like Araki. And lots of people have tried to copy it. And to do a JoJo's style is not the same, right? Because when people draw in JoJo's style, they're generally just drawing characters, and they're utilizing the features of the characters that Araki draws. The way he draws noses, the way he constructs their features, the way he shades in like brows and portions of the face to create lips and mouth and nose, and like the much more featured heavy mouths and facial features, and the structural integrity of the faces with strong cheekbones and harsh lines and deep shading. That's what people copy, and it's doable, and people copy that. Nobody can copy this sort of setup, this sort of like the artistic talent of setting up a manga page and putting what is in this kind of a panel in this panel. It's consistently impressive. It's not like every page is the most amazing thing ever. There are plenty that are just absolutely stellar manga writing, like just straightforward, it gets the job done and just pulls you through all the events that are occurring. But then there are pages and panels that are absolutely mind-blowing. Okay, so he goes through, what the fuck? No way! Oh, the disc! This can't happen! Oh, her arm looks broken. Okay. Shoo. Huh? You said anything you touch will become weightless. Is that right, Jolene Cujo? Oh, so sick. This is another example of the same idea, right? Frame is this big triangular, which is far more dynamic than the big square that we had before. Big dynamic. And then there's this arc of the stuff that spirals and whips through. So sick. And they get through. Boof. Boom. Bam! Welcome to the factory. And another big frame that shows us the landscape. So good. And this one's like classic framing. It's actually fully classic. We got a single vanishing point right about here, right? All the lines collide or coincide right about at this dark line that is the feature here. Classic. Got our characters looking toward it so that our eye is drawn toward it. It's framed a little bit dynamically, but not too much. And then we got all this little stuff that's more dynamic on the inside. At least we didn't get trapped inside. But weather report, now you're going to be subjected to this weightless state too. And also, this room is pretty big. Where did he go? Don't panic. Around here. He has to be somewhere. He's hiding. Is that weather speaking in the night? Yeah. The hall is the laundry hall. There's a door in the back, but I don't think he would have gone through. Beyond the door is the factory area, as well as the courtyard area. The hall toward the men's ward is also there. We can get through the door with a laborer's pass, or we resort to blowing the door off, or breaking through by force. Bribing the guards won't work here. One thing, I've been having a slight problem. We just barely got through those shutters, and the enemy is with our disc is hiding somewhere. It's kind of hard to say in this situation. It's a personal thing, but I'm kind of in a fix here, and it's kind of urgent. I have to solve this quickly, or it's gonna be pretty bad. I don't know why this happened so suddenly, but it could happen to everyone, anyone. Even the Pope probably doesn't have control over this. What are you talking about? There's that thing. Number 1 and number 2. Number 2 has to do with bowel movements. The one that starts with a P, I might do it in my pants. I'm really glad it's not number 2, but it's a natural urge. It must have something to do with zero gravity. If we don't solve this, it's going to be pretty bad in a different sense. Bro, our lives are on the line, and you have to pee? Shit. You want... Oh, it's weather. You want to piss? Don't say that with your face so close. I can't hold it back. I don't know what to do. You have to do it somewhere around here. Jeez, I shouldn't have discussed this, especially to a guy. I already took care of it. Right there, in midair. When someone becomes weightless, their blood in their system suddenly rushes to the head. Blood usually stays down because of gravitational force. Feel it. The space between your flesh and your skull is bloated because of the blood. It's called a moon face. But since it's dangerous for so much blood to be going to your head, your kidney works to lower your blood content by becoming more active. That's why you're getting a diuretic response. I thought weather didn't talk a lot. Your body's trying to remove salt content so your blood will get thinner. It can't be helped. Just do it in midair. I already took care of it in that corner. Wait, you did it what? You did where? Don't worry, I'll absorb it with my clouds. If you're going to pull down your pants, that is. If you want to retrieve the disc and move on with your pants still dry, I suggest you do it now. Whoa, whoa, it's floating in the air. What the hell? Is it spilling out for the cloud? Hey, wait a second. This is a nosebleed. Weather report. What the? There's something wrong with the wall. The blood is being drawn into the cracks. My previous wounds too. The blood is rushing out of my body into the air. What is this? And my breath. It's harder to breathe. It can't be this. My blood. This nosebleed won't stop. Twing. Ba-toing! Jolene, on your right. Oh, wait. Jolene, on your right. I can't do him, excitable. Jolene, on your right. I got nothing. Doing, 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 doing. Shik, shik, shik. The air pressure is decreasing? What did I touch? I touched the door, the floor, the walls, and I've been touching this whole time. Everything that I touch becomes weightless. The air! I can see stands, but not air. I've been touching air the whole time. The air's been able to stay near me this whole time because of the Earth's gravitational pull was keeping it there. But what about now? The floor and the ceiling's being subjected to zero gravity environment. Where will the air go? Okay. All right. Do we talk about this again? People are going to argue this to high heaven. This wouldn't happen. Gravity is irrelevant here because there's enough air pressure in the rest of the world to push the air into the building. Because there isn't a vacuum outside of the building, there's no reason that the air would escape. The argument that I've heard back at me is that it's because the air particles, the molecules and atoms that make up our atmosphere, oxygen, nitrogen, hydrogen, and small amounts of other things, those are no longer gravitationally attracted to each other, and so they spread out. Reasonable, and that would be expected in this case. Gases spread out all the time. The reason that the air inside your house doesn't leave your house isn't because the air inside your house is bound to the earth by gravity. It's because all the other air in the world, like hundreds of pounds of air going straight up in every cubic meter or so, hundreds of pounds of air is all pushing down on it, and that pushes it back in. The reason that air escapes when you're in zero gravity in space is not because of the lack of gravity. It's because of the lack of other air that has pressure pushing in, right? So there's no reason that Lang Wrangler's ability, or Jolene causing that ability to affect the air inside the factory, would cause the air to move outside of the factory. It might cause the air to be less bound to itself, but the air would be pushed down and into the factory by everything else. Okay? Right? If you think of it like, how do I put this? Okay, actually, I've got a great example right here. Okay? So this is my my teapot. It's got old tea in it right now, but I don't care. This has a bunch of holes in it, right? It's a sieve or a strainer, and I fill it with the tea, the actual leaves of tea, right? When I fill this whole thing, I fill this thing with tea, and then I fill the whole container with water. There's an equal amount of water inside the strainer as there is outside, right? Now, that's because gravity is pulling it all down, yes, but it's the pressure of the water that pushes it into the middle, right? Imagine that I had this out and I had this full of water, right? And if I put this in, it's not gravity pulling it in. If it was just gravity affecting it, then water wouldn't go inside the strainer because the strainer is up higher, right? But if it'll go up to the level of the water. If I remove the water from it, the water from the inside drains out, right? Because there's no water holding it in or pushing it in. In the same way, the factory here is the strainer, and the rest of the world is the whole teapot, right? And there's enough water in the rest of the world to push water into the strainer. There's enough water in the rest of the world to push air into the factory, and there would still be air in the factory. It wouldn't change. It wouldn't change much at all. Certainly not enough to cause a vacuum. It doesn't work. That's okay. I don't mind that. A lot of Iraqi stuff is crazy, and it's cool, and I think it's interesting, but it doesn't work, and some people have been arguing really hard about it, and so I'm arguing back really hard about it because it's important, sort of. Not because it matters what Iraqi is written is important, but because it's a fact of science. It makes sense, right? I don't know. It has the ability to manipulate the weather, but not necessarily on a large scale. There are weather conditions that only span a 1 meter radius. Which ones? Which ones, dude? I don't fucking know. All right. Operation Savage Garden, Part 5. Did something happen here? Warning. Alarm activated at Hall 7B. We're not entirely sure yet. Poochie. Those that are proximal to the area are checking it out right now, but my guess is that nothing significant has happened. Since this hall is so large, there are no cameras. What? That seems like the opposite of sense. And also, Hallway 7B, it just connects to the factory. There's no possibility of a fire or a prisoner uprising. It seems to have responded to some stimulus, but there shouldn't be anything to worry about. Only me to worry about. Ooh. Ooh. No, there's no cause for worry. Ooh. I trust this prison and its prisoners completely, Nya. Of course. Of course, yeah. Please don't worry, Father. You are aware that during these 20 years, there have been no successful prison breaks from this facility? Am I correct? It was getting a bit... Oh, I'm sorry. I messed it up. It was getting a bit loud, so I became curious, Nya, and wanted to see what was going on. I'm a curious little kitty. And anyway, the only thing outside of this hall is the courtyard. No idiot would want to attempt an escape from here. Of course, I see, Nya. Well, until later then. Please, leave it to us, father. My curiosity, Nya, is firing again, but the clock on the wall, is it correct? Yes, it's, of course, it's 11:58. Almost lunchtime? Call to Speedwagon Foundation. Oh, we get some Poochie eyes, too. Oh, I'm gonna gather so many eyes. I have to ask a favor of you again, Nya. This list of outgoing phone calls. I want to hear what they were saying, Uwu. May I ask you if I can hear it now? From the women's ward, telephone number 16. It happened about 10 minutes ago. Uwu. That's a lot of confusing shit. Oh, they're trying to plug all the holes. We have to close them, these gaps. If we don't seal these up, we're going to suffocate. No, Jolene, we're not underwater. Suffocation isn't the problem. What we have to worry about is getting killed by our blood boiling. If the air pressure keeps on decreasing, blood will start to boil like hot water, even at room temperature. They'd die anyway, but if there's a vacuum in zero gravity, before they even get the chance to suffocate, a human will dry up completely in about 20 seconds. See, this is accurate. If there's a vacuum, that will happen. Your eyes will pop and your blood will spill out of your skin. It's not good. It's bad. You don't want that. So, again, it's like, it's fully reasonable that these things would happen. You just need to, Lang Wrangler's ability needs to be changed slightly to make it work. Yeah, I don't know. Patoing? Patoing, doing? Pew, 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 pew. Ugh, whoa,
My bullets. Time to reload.
With a bunch of random factory junk. How convenient. Get away from the door. He'll shoot you. Just try to hide somewhere. What are you talking about? We have to stop the air. My nose is bleeding like crazy. Weza, report. So romantic. Oh, what a scene. Lang Wrangler looking around everywhere. Choo, 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 choo. Search. And they're just hiding under there. Don't breathe too heavily. I gathered the remaining air from the room and surrounded our bodies with clouds to stabilize the air pressure. The room is almost a vacuum, and the only oxygen is in these clouds. Well, at least your nosebleeds stopped. Fucking sick outfits, Weather. What the fuck? I want a cloud suit. I want a cloud suit. I want one. I want one. I want one. I want one. I want it. It's so sick. I want ice cream knees. Look at that. Look at that spiral scoop. I want ice cream knees and cloud suits. So fucking rad. Oh, a spacesuit with clouds? But how long will we be able to breathe? That's a question I'd rather not answer. But about 2 minutes. It's a last resort. Cloud suit. So we have to approach the enemy and beat him in that amount of time, or else we'll be thrown into the vacuum? That's right. But, shit, that guy isn't where he was last time. He did 2? He did 2. What? If we don't find him, just leaving us like this is enough for him to finish us off. Right. Hey, now that my nosebleed stopped, there's another thing I'm concerned about. Jolene, we have to find him immediately. There's something I've been thinking about. Will you listen? All right, Jolene. I said 2 minutes, but it might actually be only 1 minute. We have to find him as soon as possible. The carbon dioxide is already starting to fill this suit. That laundry basket, it isn't floating. That one, over there. This room. I touched this room's shutters, wall, and floor. That's why there's no gravity here, and things are floating around. The air, the garbage can, the chairs. Then why is that laundry basket there glued to the floor and not floating like the other? And there's oil drums beyond it. Are you saying that they're stuck to the floor with gum or something? And that enemy, how is he able to breathe in this vacuum just now? Isn't his blood supposed to boil too if he's within the vacuum? That must be his stand's range, weather report. There's a range to this zero-gravity environment. It doesn't extend to the whole room. From this machine I'm touching, it's about 20 meters away. The zero gravity ends there, where that laundry basket is. There's gravity there. The air escapes only from the area around me, and it never comes within this zero gravity environment. We can't see it, but it's surrounding us. outside of this 20-meter radius. The enemy won't come in here either, and that's why he can breathe normally, because he's outside of the weightless zone. There has to be air if you can get over there. The vacuum will end, and the air pressure, everything will be normal in that area. You have to go, weather report. If you don't get more air right now, it'll be impossible for us to defeat him. He's outside. Oh, he's outside the vacuum. If you don't get... Okay. You might be right. Beyond that basket. Get going, weather report. And she sews up her own wounds. So sick. So sick. The air pressure inside the suit is destabilizing too. You have to go before this suit is blown away. Doof, 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 doof. Poof. And he's gone. Boom. Hope goes. Hope springs eternal. Doo 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 doo. Weather report. Poof. Poof.
These guys are wearing clouds to ward off the vacuum. I don't know if he knows that there are guys like this. Whitesnake, he's making more enemies because of this disc. Well, it still doesn't change the fact that they won't be able to escape from this vacuum. Even if they realize my Jumpin' Jack Flash's range, he's gonna try to shoot Weather Report down from the side. I have to guard Weather Report. He's going around me. And this suit, did I get hit somewhere? But I don't have the time to close these holes. I have to get there before all of the air runs out. Anyway, I'm going to push my way through.
Ding! Oh, so sick. Oh, so sick. The fucking tether, the weather, and the pew-pew. Oh, so sick. Ora, 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 ora. I can't aura effectively. I'm just bad at it. Doom! Rocket fist. Sick. There's only a couple more meters until he gets to the area with air. It doesn't matter what he's shooting at weather. I won't let him get hit. And when Weather Report replenishes his air supply, he'll finish you off right here.
If you want it so much, I can give you more air. But you don't even have to get to that laundry basket.
I'll give you that. I've finished attacking you. As of now.
I wasn't trying to shoot down that guy by launching my bullets. I was shooting that oil drum. There's some air in the oil drum, right? Well, because of the vacuum, it should be expanding, and therefore it's ready to burst. Uh-oh.
Patoom! Woof. Oh no! Weather! Oh, what a cool frame. Weather!
He got blown inside again. Well, looks like it's over for him. And I don't know what's holding those clouds together. Since he just got blown away so quickly, he shouldn't have any energy to stop himself.
So sick. More fucking eyes, dude. I'm so happy. There are so many cool Jolene eyes. I just want to collect all the Jolene eyes. Like, honestly, I want them all. It's no use. Forget the energy required to propel me forward. This suit is going to be destroyed before that. Jolene! What is she doing? Get back. You're a clear target. And if he makes a hole in that suit, the air left to propel you forward, you only have one try to move before the air runs out.
You're a pretty quick decision maker, trying to stop the cloud guy's movement by tackling him. The opposite of what I just did with that oil drum, trying to push the cloud guy right back outside. He has a name, dude. Come on. Right back outside the vacuum again. It's too bad he won't be able to get there.
Choo-choo-choo-choo. Pow, 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 pow.
I already understand that your stand is powerful. Even with the rotational speed, your stand would be able to deflect my bullets and defend you. But that's why I prepared myself for this. I was looking for these in that corner over there. There were lots of them.
Oh.
Ha 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 ha. Ho 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 ha ha ha.
Yep. And rats! They're still alive! No way, this? Ew. Stall free! Deflect those! Poof, 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 poof. Uh-oh. Block! Ah, I can't see!
Okay. Because of that, you're blinded, so you can't defend yourself. I didn't think that you would be able to last in my zero gravity for this long, but now I can relax and return to the men's ward. It's over, Jolene Cujo.
Is that the last page? And Jolene Cujo dies. At least for the next week. Because we're going to wrap there. This was fun. I think I do want to split it. I think it's mostly the next chapter. We could probably read the first few pages of the next chapter. Let me check something. Yeah, for sure. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't getting into something too hefty. But let's look at the opening page and stuff, and then we'll read through the first and the end of this portion. Oh, that's so cool. God damn it. See, this time he's fractalized, like, characters coming out of Jolene. What the fuck, man? And again, we're in a golden spiral sort of vibe. Real big golden spiral vibes all day. With the way that it's structured. But it's all triangular instead of curved, right? And then there are multiple little spirals inside. Oh, fuck off, Araki. Fuck off. I bet he didn't even plan that. He just was like, that'll look good. And he just did it. Let's talk about my youth. When I was in primary school, I had a friend who was stupid. Yeah, me too, dude. Holy shit. I had a friend who was stupid. One day as we were playing, he sat on a flower bed, more precisely on some cacti whose thorns were so tiny we couldn't see them with the eye. His shorts was covered in thorns. Immediately he shouted, grabbed his behind, and began to cry as he stroked it, covering his hands in tiny thorns. Even if I told him that the thorns were invisible but still there, he compulsively licked his hands anyways. I think we didn't stay friends for long. Oh, wow. Wow. I got nothing. All right, let's move on. All right, goggles, mask. His spit has the ability to render his enemies into a weightless state, and also if they touch stuff, it becomes weightless. Centrifugal force lets him use things like bolts and screws as bullets. He has precise aim. His fingers are like an octopus's suction cups. His ability's zero gravity range has a radius of 20 meters. And whatever they touch, his feet have become like suction cups as well. He's a fucked up boy. I hate him. Jumpin' Jack Flash. It's awesome. I don't think I can lose to anybody with this. I'm glad I came to this prison. The ability that I picked up here. Maybe there's nothing in this world that I can't do now. I'm going to have a golden future. No one can stop me. What a fucking death flag, dude. I'm going to finish this mission now. That eye is alive. Ah! And now I have to give this disc to Whitesnake. If I only knew who he or she was, I could probably beat Whitesnake too, single-handedly. Huh? Huh? Eh? Huh? What? What? I thought you would do this. That's why I was waiting for this. For you to reload. The bullets that you shot at me, using your centrifugal force, I was waiting for you to put them into your armband where my string caught them. This string! When did you do this? Stood free! Whoa! 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 What? Brought him into his own zone. Oh man, the way that Araki has drawn this air in here, that's sick. Aga! Looks like you're the one getting the direct hits from this vacuum. And the one whose blood is gonna boil first is gonna be you, the one without the protective suit. Ah! Oh, his eyes full of, ah! If we've won, if you don't want to die, release us from zero gravity right now. Huh? The crime that I was put in here for, that time. How many times did I stab her when I killed that woman professor who taught at my college? The prosecution said that I stabbed her 69 times with a knife. Nice. Regret?
It's that feeling, one I haven't felt in a while, the one that's coming over me right now. I won't forgive anyone who treats me like shit. That bitch.
Disinfectant. Oh, yes. Okay. Mixed with manganese dioxide creates oxygen.
Ha! Ha! Just like the oxygen is filling this jar up, that feeling I get of wanting to kill is finally filling inside me too. Eat this! I'm gonna carve your fucking epitaph on your pretty white skin.
Oh. Man, you didn't have to be creepy about it.
The one whose blood is going to explode first, Jolene Cujo. It's gonna be you, the one who's wounded the most. I stabbed a bitch to get in here, and now I'm going to kill you to get out of here. I'll take these powers with me, too.
Woof, woof. Woof, woof. Whoosh. My cloud suit. Jolene, I don't need it now anyway. Take it. It's enough to retrieve the disc from him. It should be enough. So fucking sick. Weather report. It can't be. Shit. I have to think about how to get out of here. My body can't take much more. If I release the zero gravity, air will flow back into the vacuum. Maybe I can escape using that burst of energy.
Release the zero gravity. Jump in, Jack Flash.
You should have just released it when I told you to. You could have gotten away before using this burst of air. When Stone Free and I were farther away from you. This rush of air is blowing you towards me. Oh, so cathartic. So sick. So warpy. So fucked up. Love the air behind him as well. And the burst of air that comes back into the room. Also, Jolene looking swole as fuck. Look at that shit. Holy crap. Yeah. Ching! Boom. Beyond that door is where the courtyard is. How long until the SPW Foundation comes? 3 minutes? Maybe 2. And the next chapter is another chapter. We're going to end there, everybody. Lovely set of chunks of things. Pretty straightforward because it's a big stand battle. And one with some weird mechanics, but still, it's a pretty straightforward stand battle thing. Jumpin' Jack Flash, I hate him. He's a great stand enemy, but I hate him. He's gross and weird. Some really cool scenes in this chunk for sure. Definitely, the big frames are super stellar, and Araki just continuously impresses me with his art style and just artistic talent. So cool. Okay, I'm going to move on from there and call it a day for now for reading JoJo's manga, and we will finish up catching up to where the anime left off next week. And then I got to figure out what to do with this slot. I don't know yet. I just don't know yet. I'll think about it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Check me out on the links down below, and I'll see you next week for more JoJo's manga reading. Peace.